You know about that, did you?
Klobuchar's head through.
Yeah.
A direct threat on the life of Amy Klobuchar.
Yeah, maybe you should put that Bernie Sanders poster back up.
Mm-hmm.
Or we'll have another use for that hole. Is storing my collection of European chocolates.
When you leave me.
When you leave,
And I get fat as shit
Like-
from eating European chocolates.
buy expensive European chocolates. Do you get fatter after breakups? I can't remember when you were.
Oh, big time. That's I can't. When I'm sad, I just retreat and I get fat as shit.
Oh, when I'm sad, I
Were,
can't
were
eat.
you getting fatter when we first met?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was in a feeding zone.
A
Yeah.
feeder relationship?
No.
I remember. It was so funny. I remember hanging out with you. I'm like, damn, it's like, I don't think that guy could get any fatter.
Oh, brother, were you wrong?
Yeah, you were
It's like-
pumped up.
I don't understand, like,
You're pretty
where,
pumped up.
I
like,
know.
how much fatter he, because you were probably 100 pounds bigger than you are now, right?
Close, yeah.
Damn.
Well, not maybe 70.
Not 100. Yeah.
70 though.
That's a lot, dude.
Legitimately, and I'm fat now. Like, imagine 70 more of it, like on this damn frame.
But that was after a breakup.
Yes,
Yeah.
I was after my college girlfriend and I broke up.
I lose weight.
I
Me
wish,
too.
dude. A lot of my
can't
friends
eat.
are like,
But I think it's because like I like lift weights and work out while I'm in a relationship, and if like a relationship
oh, you
ends,
get weak.
no, I just stop going to the gym.
Yeah.
And if I stop going to the gym, I lose weight.
Right. No, I get fat as fuck. The second I get sad,
Yeah.
I'm hitting Popeyes.
Yeah.
I'm saying, "What's up, boys?"
Pop guys.
Yep. And I have sex with everyone in there. Everything all right? What
Yeah,
happened?
the headphone wire just.
Yeah, dude, I was getting fat as fuck. Just taut as hell.
Yeah.
Dude,
But-
Popeyes is on fucking Uber Eats.
I know. Popeyes is on Seamless now.
It's so
They
good.
deliver quick to my
They
house.
get to your. They ate
So
literally. I
fast.
I ordered at like 2:30 last week. It got to my house in maybe 10 minutes.
My cock is so plump.
I'm still just trying to find out if lobsters have dicks.
They do such a good job. Too.
Yeah, well, they say they fuck.
Dude, the female lobster takes its clothes off to have sex.
But the
Like,
man stays
what do you mean
clothed.
it's
Yeah.
closed?
It removes
the shells off?
Yeah, the shell comes off.
The man stays.
He stays, boots on, pants around the knees.
Have the Air Force Ones on for grip, better
Yeah.
grip.
Oh, yeah.
You know I'm a through the zipper kind of lover.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I've told you guys that.
No,
I put on extra
We
clothes.
don't
for
listen
sex.
to you when you tell us.
No, I told you.
But we don't listen.
I'm naked. If anything, I'm the opposite. I'm fully nude, girls clothed.
Yeah.
Oh, you like the girl
CFNM
clothes
or whatever it's
because
called.
you're in it for the shoes.
CFNM. Yep. Huh?
You're in it for the shoes.
I'm wearing stiletto heels and I'm fully nude. And
the
I'm getting
gorgeous
fucked.
shoes.
No, I'm honestly.
Someone told me once, I forgot who this was, that they were into luxury porn, where it's like he liked seeing a woman wearing like an expensive ball gown. And
That's
then
a gay
taking it out.
man.
That's a homosexual,
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
That's just a gay
Yeah,
man.
yeah. He jacks off.
I want to see her wear a fabulous dress and then
right,
take it off and
Right.
have sex.
Yeah, fuck that.
Or that's like maybe you wanted to fuck your mom when
If
you were
your
a
mom
kid
was
and she
rich.
used to go to rich galas
Yeah,
and
something
stuff.
like that. Or if you were molested by a rich woman. Do you think rich women molest?
All right,
Yeah,
here we
that's
go.
what that
Hold on.
movie, that book, Great Expectations.
Belly to belly, they then
Really?
fan their swimmerettes vigorously as he inserts the first pair of modified swimmerettes called gonopods
Oh hell
into
yeah!
a sperm receptacle.
He's got two cocks.
each gonopod is a half tube that he squeezes together to form a hollow rod through which the
Hell yes.
spermatophore is passed. She hangs there in the hammock of his arms as he completes several thrusting motions. There is more mutual fanning and urinating, and then he gently rolls back over and sets her down. Exhausted, she returns to the back of the shelter. A few days later, she'll move out, and another female will move in.
Oh
Hell
hell yeah,
yeah.
dude!
Yeah.
That's how it should
Pimp.
be.
Mm-hmm.
Pimp.
Just to have a
Yeah.
bitch
Get
come
some
through
pussy,
my
Mr.
crib,
Lobster.
piss on my face. Take your clothes off.
Yeah.
Let me fuck, and then get the fuck out. Have another woman come on, come over, piss on my face.
I cannot wait for Ariel to piss in my face. Ariel, you look like you have to go to the bathroom. Perhaps you would like to piss in my face.
Do you see that? Have you been watching the new David Attenborough thing on Netflix?
No.
Our Planet. There's this one kind of bird that in order to fuck, it has to do this choreographed dance with 3 of its friends.
Hell yes.
And he has to have backup dancers. And then the girl's just watching this dance, and all day long they just practice this fucking dance. And then the
That
girl has
rules.
to decide whether or not at the end they want to fuck. And then his 3 friends like just huddle up. They're like, "Oh my god, is he gonna fuck?"
Yeah, how you doing, Mr. Bernie Sanders? My name is Loquacious Valandrelon, and I was wondering why we love dancing so much. Why is it that we always got to have a goddamn dance we do?
Anyway, but like after all of this,
That rocks,
The dance
honestly.
is over. She's just like she gives like a nod or something, and then he just flies behind her. 1 pump, done.
Respect.
It's over.
You spend
just
more time with
months
your
of work.
boys.
Yeah, months
together
of
the
dance
dance.
practice with your boys,
Well,
just
that's the
for
thing.
1 pump.
Does it even feel good to come if you're a lobster? Does your swimmerette feel like a top of a dickhead?
I don't know. Who gives a shit?
I don't think most animals have sex for pleasure.
Well,
I think it's all rape. And
Nah, but the woman's pissing in faces and stuff.
Mhm. That's why Asians are superior. They don't have sex for pleasure.
Yeah, they do, dude.
No, it's
I've seen some pornography.
it's social for them.
Social?
it's
It's about
evolutionary.
power.
Yeah, it's because of an evolutionary imperative.
Nah, dude. I bet you some Chinese women want to get fucked.
Yeah.
I've thought that before.
It's so funny how like they tell you when you're growing up, they're like, well, rape isn't about sex, it's about power. And then you get older and you find out that sex isn't about sex, it's about power.
That's true.
That there's no such thing as sex. It's all just power.
No, I like the bus, dude. It's
Yeah,
not
for
about
power
for me,
reasons.
no.
It's about you're trying to
It's
get
about
power
feeling
over,
good and sucking titties.
over your former self that wasn't able to fuck.
Oh, that's an interesting idea.
Yeah.
That is true, but sometimes I just want to get a little cum shooting out of my balls
Yeah.
because it feels nice. It tingles at the top of my cock.
Mm.
Are you familiar?
No, I got a bloodlust. The thing I want is to murder people, and unfortunately, you're not allowed to do that in society.
Damn. And that's what you think of as having sex?
No, I mean not as having sex, but I think like a lot of people have that drive, probably
To kill?
to kill. Yeah,
I don't want to kill.
you don't want to
Yeah,
like
no, I
stalk
think-
and hunt
no,
people.
no.
I mean, maybe there's some enemies I'd like to beat the shit out of.
No, not enemies. I mean,
You mean
just-
random people?
yeah, you just pick a guy and you follow him around and figure out where he works, and then one day when he tells his family he's gonna stop by the fucking Hobby Lobby on the way home.
Right.
No one ever hears
He
from
never
him.
makes it back.
You
You're
memorize his
drilling little
schedule.
holes in his head and using an oil funnel to pour boiling water on his brain
Well, he's still alive.
while he's still alive. Yeah,
Yeah, just
Interesting.
normal stuff like that.
yeah, that kind of stuff.
Guy
Everybody-
stuff.
Everybody has that kind of impulse.
All guys do.
Yeah, it's like
Just fellas.
it's guy stuff.
For sure.
Guy talk.
Yeah, you put his skull in your fucking man cave
Yeah.
afterwards.
Before the feminists came along, we were allowed to do stuff like that.
Absolutely, dude. I'm so
You know?
tired of them ruining that type of shit.
And they're like, "Okay, Mr. Yang, the question was about universal basic income." I'm not really sure what that tangent was. Could you explain more than $1,000 a month? I don't-
Damn, what are you guys going to use your $1,000 a month for when President Yang gets elected?
Dude, fuck. You know what? Fuck it. I'm voting for him.
Nice.
I know he wants to make it illegal to report on anything, but
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
What am
Yeah,
I
no
going to use it
snitching.
for?
Yeah, what are
Yeah.
you going to use your 1,000
it's
for?
going into
Probably
the bank.
start getting a gumad, set her up in a separate apartment.
That's right.
Mm.
Yep.
You're about to be a married man. You got to think about your gumad now.
It's a gumar.
Is it gumar?
I think we're in a South Italian. You know how they fuck up words.
Yeah, but they
that
fuck it
use
up
their
by
own
saying
words.
gumar. The Italian word is like comari.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
C-O-A.
It's like capicola,
C-O-M-A-R-E. Yeah,
Oh, really?
yeah.
Gumar. Gumar.
But the R can sound like a D.
No, you just said it wrong.
Guma. I think you just go guma.
I think it's gumad.
No, I don't know. Anyway, you need a guma.
Yeah, I'll use my Yang bucks to set her up. She'll
Yeah.
obviously have a pill problem.
Comar,
And be prone
typically
to
pronounced,
sounding off on Facebook
typically
about
pronounced
my shit.
gumar
Gumar.
is a term for a made man's mistress. So Adam was saying it wrong. He's incorrect.
Well, I was saying in the Jewish accent, the Jewish Italian accent.
You said the wrong word incorrectly.
I
and
said
you
the
did it
right word
said
in the
it wrong.
in the Jewish
the wrong way. And
the
now
Jewish
you're trying
form
to
of that right word.
open it up to be
I was
special.
trying to show. I was trying to explain my fucking affair
You're
to
trying
my
to say
boys
you have a
and,
special version
and
for
the
you.
couple 100,000 people listening right now. I was trying to just have some intimate talk with my boys, but you just want to
You know we only
bring
get
up.
like honestly like 47 downloads an episode.
Yeah, dude.
47?
Yeah, there's
Don't tell Blue Chew.
I thought it was more than.
no, there's only like 35 people right
Who's
now.
listening?
My mom.
Yeah, Nick's mom has a bunch of
Nick's
accounts.
mom,
My
her,
mom,
her
yeah.
boss at work.
Your mom.
Yeah.
My mom's
Our
not
moms,
listening.
dude. Our
My mom
moms
is.
and Dasha.
My mom's like,
Dasha's stopped
the boys
listening.
are so funny when they say slurs.
Dasha listens to find out what jokes you took from her.
That's not true, dude. She steals jokes from me on her gay ass podcast the entire time.
Is there any more burrito left?
Shots.
I threw it up.
fired.
What? You threw out the fucking. Are you out of your mind?
No, I finished. I maybe had one bite
The
left.
biggest,
You
the
threw out-
biggest fight
It was
in
like the
Cumtown
soggy-
history.
It was the
Throughout-
soggy
We are
bottom.
witnessing
last
the
bite.
end of the podcast.
It was one
Are
of
you
those.
fucking
It was
kidding
one
me?
of those burritos that has a leak at the bottom.
I
right?
love a leaky bite. The last
It was
bite.
so it was a soggy
flavor. That's
bottom.
flavor.
It was the soggy
and
bottom.
their friendship will
Are
never
you
be the
fucking
same.
kidding me?
I didn't mean to, dude.
You
I'm
had
sorry. I
one
thought it was
bite.
garbage. I didn't think that it was you.
And it was in that moment that the falling out was set in stone.
I cannot believe this, Adam.
Adam and
I
Stavros
had
would
that
never
breakfast. I had a
recover.
late night. I took the train here so I could get some steps in on my way back. I'm running low on fuel. I needed
didn't
that
know,
bite
dude.
to
I'm
carry me
sorry.
through over the finish line.
You want the
Little
rest of
did
my
he
iced
know.
coffee?
It would be the last step he ever took.
Wait, is Adam gonna kill me?
No, I don't know.
No, I'm gonna do that pouring water through your ear thing that Nick was
No.
talking about.
I'm too. My brain is impenetrable. It's too fucking smart for
You
that
know what
shit.
I
It would
would
be cool to
do-
be a serial killer that kidnaps guys and then surgically gives them Shrek ears and then releases them back to his family.
That's not even a serial
You
killer.
you tattoo someone's entire body green, give them Shrek ears, rape them for 6 weeks,
Okay,
and then just send them back to the. Well, you got to do something that like severely traumatizes them. And they're like, my husband finally came back,
You
but
don't think it's funny to
he's
just make them
Shrek and
Shrek?
he won't talk to anybody.
You
You think you have to rape them?
Well, I think it's something where he doesn't want to talk.
No, you have to have a rape
Yeah,
component.
yeah.
don't
What's
think
funny is the
No,
idea
to
of a
break
man
them,
that just
to
looks
really
like
break them.
Shrek and he like won't talk to anybody, and they're like, "Honey, where were you? I don't want to talk about it. Just leave me alone. Fuck you, bitch." He was missing for 4 weeks, and then he came back and he was Shrek, and he was upset.
I think you don't have to rape him. I think you just make him Shrek.
He just tattooed his whole body green and then like dock his ears
Yeah,
a certain way, so
exactly.
he has little Shrek ears.
His
Yeah.
ears go up. Doesn't Shrek have like a like?
That's
trumpet?
kind of the ideal woman is like a girl that's super hot, but then she has like Shrek ears or something that's fucked up.
Interesting.
She's like, so no other guy ever had sex with me because of this one thing, this one flaw that you can see past.
Right.
Yeah.
But definitely no other guy.
Damn it!
Would you fuck a
Yes.
a Vulcan bitch?
100%.
Hell yeah, me
What the
too.
fuck kind of question is that?
I
man?
prefer the pointy ears.
Anna's
probably.
kind of Vulcan looking.
She looks a little Vulcan-like. She looks
Yeah.
kind of more like Leonard Nimoy than.
I'd fuck Leonard Nimoy.
I'd fuck Leonard.
He was hot back in the day, dude.
How about
I would fuck almost any kind of
Leonard
alien.
P-boy, and he's like, live long and let me drink your piss.
Yes,
Hi, I'm Leonard P-boy.
that is correct.
I'm Leonard P-boy, and if there's one thing I enjoy, it's drinking piss.
Mm-hmm. I think I like that.
What does he call Kirk? Does he call him James or whatever? Captain.
Captain James. Captain James.
Jimmy boy, if there's one thing I want to do, it's drink your piss.
Do Vulcans only have get pussy once every like decade or something
Pond
like that?
farm.
They're
baby.
too logical for pussy.
Every 7 years they fuck.
And
Yeah.
if they don't fuck, they go crazy.
They go nuts, dude. They
Oh
get-
shit!
yeah. Because I remember on Voyager, Tuvok,
Yeah.
the Black
The
Vulcan.
black Klingon.
No, he was named
Or
Tuvok.
black
His name was
Vulcan, yeah.
Tuvok.
No.
Tuvok Shakur.
Yeah. Yeah. The other one was. I was gonna do a Biggie Smalls.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
trying to think of something that was not the obvious one.
That's okay, man.
It's all right.
What happened to Tuvok? Though? Let me know.
Hey, you can't come up with classic bits like pretending to be Sebastian wanting to fuck Ariel for 7 minutes
That was
all
a
the
good
time.
bit, dude.
You know. I do not know if my penis is real.
I want to jam my little flappers.
I think I have. I reached down there to see, and I think I have 2 different penises, and I do not know which one to use. I got horny at Ariel, and then I sneezed a bunch of piss.
What happened to Tuvok, dude? Horny
He
ass
raped
Tuvok.
Jerry Ryan.
Yeah, he got
What?
He gets real horny, and they have to send him in the holodeck to bust.
Whoa, hell yeah!
Mhm.
Does he get to choose who he fucks
Uh,
in the holodeck? Because it's not real anyway.
Voyager Tuvok Pon Far. Let's see.
I want a holodeck to get
Body
pussy
and
from anyone I
soul.
want, dude. But it's not
Yeah.
real.
Look at him. Look at him just going horny.
Yeah,
Is it?
dude, he is horny.
He's just like having like horny breath.
Touching his teeth and like,
He's like, oh yeah, no, he's like going nuts. He just has to bust, and he's like sweating. And
respect.
Yeah.
Does he get pussy?
Yeah. He's look. Here's this bitch is having to beat him off.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That rules, dude.
That's sad. He doesn't have a girlfriend. He has to.
Do
Fuck.
their pussies and cocks look different?
Who?
The Vulcans.
Who?
The Vulcans' cocks and pussies.
What are we talking about?
Do they look different when they fuck?
But what? Oh. I don't know.
The obvious joke is ribbed or ridges, that kind of stuff. But I'm saying, do the aliens that look mostly human have different cocks and pussies? It would stand to reason that they would. I think. Because what else makes us different if not our genitalia? Because then you'd think you'd have way more different kinds of mixed alien things. But
Right.
because the cocks and pussies are different, you can't really do that.
That's a good question.
It's the way like a lion and a tiger can have a liger, but it can't bust.
A liger, right? Is that
Or
it's like a mule? Yeah.
A mule can be made, but it can't fuck. Or it can fuck, but
It can't reproduce.
which is cruel. What if it wants to be a mother?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's just kind of a question I have about
That's
Star
sad.
Trek.
Tuvok and the gay alien.
Does he have gay
Are there any
sex?
gay
Did you see the
Star
alien?
Trek people? I mean, I know the whole thing is
It was
gay.
here in the turbolift.
What happened?
The alien simply stared at me as if scrutinizing my appearance.
What did you do?
I returned to my quarters.
Did the alien follow you?
He did.
Hell yes.
And then?
He watched me
Doing what?
getting dressed.
Getting dressed?
Yes.
I don't suppose I should ask why you were undressed.
I would prefer that you didn't.
What the fuck?
Wait, he's sus?
Maybe he's gay, dude. That's cool.
He was doing sus.
I have no idea what. I
that
don't
real?
know the context of that. I don't remember that episode.
Yeah.
You've seen every DS9, every Voyager, every TNG?
No, not even close.
What percentage would you say?
Of all three combined, how much of like all of the shows? Maybe like 40%.
That's a shit ton.
Yeah, it's a lot of it, but there's no way
You've
I've
seen all of Next Generation?
a decent amount. I've seen like probably 80.
How many seasons and shit of that shit is there?
So much.
Yeah, something like that.
Interesting. Oh fuck, dude! Without that last little bite of burrito, I don't think I can make it.
I'm sorry, dude.
Make
I
it to
wasn't
what?
thinking
I
about
don't
you.
know.
Through life.
Through life,
Yeah.
I got 15 minutes before I die, dude.
I'll suck your
I'm
dick.
nutrient deficient.
I'll suck your dick.
You have to suck my dick, but then spit my jizz in my mouth because I need nutrients.
That's
How does
right.
busting help me if I don't drink the cum for sustenance?
Why can't I just give you my cum?
I'm not with that gay shit, dude.
You're not with it.
I'm not with the gay shit.
Well, if
You
I
sucking my
sucked
dick
your
and spitting
it would
my
be
cum
gay.
in my face would be my own. It wouldn't be gay. It's my cum. You and I'm not. You would be getting it out for me as a friend. But if I drink your cum, come on, dude. How could I look my mother in the eye
I
after
cannot
that?
wait to get my ass fucked. I cannot wait to get my face pissed on by everyone. Well, geez, Sebastian, do you want to go back to working on the song? Shut up, faggot. Shut your yellow faggot ass up. Bitch. You're a little boy. You're a little bitch boy. I'm a grown man with at least 2 penises. I used to be self-conscious, but then I found out that I have not. I thought I had 0 dicks, but it turns out I have at least 2 dicks, 2 special ones, and the others are made to attract peace.
Does flounder have? Do fishes have cocks? No, right? They do. They're eggs.
They like spray their cum.
Yeah.
Horseshoes that are
Seahorses.
Seahorses.
And then
You
Sebastian's,
got it. Horses.
Sebastian's just like walking into the cave.
Yeah, we're so dumb. Dude.
Sebastian's walking into the cave and he's like, Ariel, good news, I have written a new song for you. And she's just fucking Flounder. And he's like, what is this? He is a faggot. She's like, I'm sorry, Sebastian, but he's also a fish. My lower half is fish, so it makes sense that I would fuck him.
Yeah, that
Literally
does make
no one
sense.
else in this community is other than my dad, and I can't fuck him. So Flounder's the only person that I...
Flounder's nice.
But
She did go down on.
But why would
Ursula.
you do this? I have 2 penises. I had to look it up in a book to find. Do you know how hard it was for me to learn how to read when my brain is made out of piss? Read a book, you find out that I have 2 penises that drink your piss, and you and like her Flounder just staring at him blankly.
Get out of here, you fucking bitch.
Yeah. Sorry, Sebastian. Looks like you're the one that's gay. You're still a faggot.
Why'd I clap these little pussy cheeks? Tell me why I clapped Ariel's pussy like that.
I hate being under the sea. No, this is racist. This is the most racist thing that's ever happened to me.
Pussy for lobsters.
Why do not I get any pussy?
That's right. That is correct. Yeah, they should do the live action. When they do the live action remake, there
With
should be a
real
big
lobsters.
There should be a subplot.
Yeah.
That shit is so dumb, dude. Why the fuck is it all like
Dumbo and
actual animals? I don't
Aladdin
give a fuck.
and Lion King.
I know. It looks weird, dude.
Yeah, it looks bad.
It looks bad.
It's better as cartoons.
Eldest's dumbass is excited to see the Lion King. He's like, I just want to see lions talk. I'm
Why?
like, what do you mean, man? Who gives a fuck? He's like,
Yeah.
it looks cool.
I want to see.
That was probably my
Lion-
favorite Disney movie when I was a kid, though.
Me
Lion
too.
King.
Lion King.
Yeah, but it's like, just watch the fucking cartoon. It's good.
Yeah.
It's still good.
This is that African wise ape in The Lion King. The
Rafiki.
yeah.
that baboon,
Rafiki.
yeah, Rafiki.
He was pretty chill.
Yeah,
Yeah, and he knew karate at the end.
Yeah.
Found that out.
Asante Sana squash banana.
Hmm?
Is that what he says? Asante Sana squash banana.
I don't
Yeah,
remember.
I think they,
that's
like-
his thing.
That was like such a 90s thing too. Is like, let's write a song called Hakuna Matata and we'll go to some of these mud villages and,
They did,
and
yeah.
listen to some of their words and we'll actually get some of them to play their coconut instruments in this multi-fucking $1 million movie.
Right.
Compensate them probably pretty poorly.
Of
That's what
course,
Paul
for
Simon
sure.
did for Graceland.
Yeah. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, Lady Smith Blackman Bazo.
Now, isn't the Lion King though? Isn't it just some anime shit they stole? Some just like a
Anime?
white lion.
The Lion King was an anime. It was a Pokemon actually.
No. There was a real fucking.
I wanna be
It's
the
like
very best.
Naruto the
It's
lion or some
sucking
shit.
my own dick.
I am gay.
Took a bunch of yoga classes to suck my own dick.
Suck my dick.
I am gay.
I am gay. I love how country.
Man, that one really writes itself.
It's so good.
The Pokemon song is the best for
It's
all.
the best one. And each time it can be just a little different
Yeah.
and it's still just as nice. Just feels just as good coming
Because
off the
it's-
tongue.
There's so many things you could be the very best at.
Yeah.
There's so many different fucked up things you can be the best at.
I wanna be.
I want to be the very best at accusing women of rape, right, of denying the Holocaust. It is fake. There's no way it happened. 6 million is way too much.
They all lie, we know the truth. You can't trust Jews.
Not a one,
True.
not a single one.
Jews
Even the one you
invented
think's
false
our
rape
friends.
accusations.
Ask yourself, would they be friends with you if they stood nothing to gain?
Fuck the Jews.
Kids, what are you watching? Pokemon? Oh, okay, yeah. I think it's fine. They're like bugs or something.
That was my favorite part of the Lion King was when he learned he didn't have to eat. He could just eat bugs.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
He didn't kill anything. He
didn't have
was
to
vegan,
kill- yeah.
basically.
Well, no, he just ate bugs.
Yeah, but for a lion that's
Slimy yet satisfying. Yeah, for a lion that's
Wait,
vegan.
he never killed at any point? He never
He didn't have to
meat?
kill a wildebeest or anything because he just ate bugs with his boys.
What about Nala, though? Did she kill?
I think that actually in real life, the girls are the killers. They just feed the guys.
The king, the king of the jungle just stands back and gets his cock
Naps.
sucked.
Gets his cock sucked. and then
Eventually
his
has to
bitch
fight
come
sometimes.
through. Sometimes he has to fight another dude lion.
Mm-hmm.
A scar, if you will.
They are such cool looking animals.
They look so cool. The mane is so sick.
Lions are fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The mane is definitely just like to look cool.
It's so
right?
tight that the
So
Romans,
sick.
the
No,
Romans,
to get pussy.
they're like,
I mean,
let's
yeah.
kill all of these. Let's capture all of these and kill them.
Why did they do that?
Make slaves fight
There used to be
them.
lions everywhere. They went up like all the way up to like southern Italy.
Really?
They were fucking all over the place. Yeah,
What?
yeah.
They're the king.
They were
That's
all over
insane.
North Africa. Yeah, fucking the Romans like just destroyed them.
Wow.
Yeah,
Fuck Romans, dude. Stealing our shit, Greeks, that is, and then also killing the lions, dude. That's fucked up. Lions in southern Italy?
yeah. Hey,
I'm a fucking lion.
Rory.
Ooh.
Hey, whoa, whoa. Wow. Something. You know?
Oh.
I'm fucking a gay and a lion over here.
Sucking the dick. Yeah. Sucking the dick. What are you fucking gay? Get that shit out of here. What the fuck is this gay shit? Oh, come on. What the fuck? What the fuck is this gay shit? I've never heard of this gay shit. What the fuck is this gay shit? Pokemon. Pokemon.
Pokemon.
Yeah, I'm getting kind of tired here.
Yeah. Me too. A full hour of podcasting, boys, really takes it out
Jobs
of you.
are hard.
Yeah, I don't know. I was just trying to think of more Notre Dame's Dame.
Takes. My take is that it's the Muslims. Come on, folks. We all know who it was. It's the terrorist. It was Ilhan
What
Omar.
was it for real, though? Some guy just burned it down.
It was some fucking French construction worker. Was probably
smoking a cigarette while having sex with his 14-year-old mistress.
exactly. He was probably raping a child, smoking his second pack of the morning.
I guess I've been down right now. I've got the bad news. My castle is bound. I had to get sex in the castle. Dude, fuck France.
Yeah, France can suck these fat little fucking nuttarinos.
Yeah, I was sad about the church burning down until I found out it was in France.
Yep,
Mm-hmm.
dude. Catholic and French. That's like double pedophile.
That's true. But it's at least the French are sensual pedophiles.
Yeah, the French aren't pedophiles.
Yeah, they make love to children.
That
They'll
true.
rape the
Yeah,
kids.
dude. Open up a bottle of wine, watch Babar with them,
Dude, I love Bebar.
and then fuck their ass.
My sheets when I was a kid and my blanket was
covered in a
Bebar.
grown man's
It's covered in cum, yeah.
It wasn't covered in cum. It was
He
Bebar.
can't. He's like, Papa,
No, I
Papa,
was gonna say,
Papa, can you introduce me to a young African boy?
no,
to
I
have sex
identified
with
with
like
Babar
Babar?
because he was a prince and he was African. You know,
Oh,
an African
did your parents
prince.
treat you like a prince? Were you a little prince?
No, they were
Prince
pretty
Adam.
cool.
Oh yeah, they were cool. I bet you were getting beaten all the time, dude.
I
Just
used,
kept in a
I used to
dungeon.
catch a couple
couple
beatings.
stray
I used to,
upside the heads.
yeah, I used to get used to get smacked
I would
upside. the
beat
head.
you if you were my son. Every day I had to come home and look at that face. Damn, I would just wail on you in the garage. And go drink myself to sleep.
If I was your son,
Yeah, if I had to come home to that fucking face. Like, actually,
April 22nd. Bam! April 22nd, as I like to call it, Easter Monday. And
belt off, just going to town. Your mother's not even attempting to stop me.
oh, my mom slapped me across the face one time.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, because I laughed at her.
For wearing her underwear.
Yeah, of course.
Mm.
I was like, I just want to make sure it fits. I don't want it to be.
For putting on her dress in your middle school graduation.
Come on, you know I didn't do that.
I don't know. I'm asking.
I showed you guys pictures.
Did you used to sneak into your mom's room and dress up in her clothes, Adam?
No, I didn't.
Admit it. Be honest.
I did. My dad did have this like.
So you did do
So
it.
you did.
You
Okay.
did. Okay.
All right, it's fine.
No,
dude.
I used to put on like.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Hold on.
Yeah.
I used to put on like my dad's like 70s shit that he had around. Because I was really into disco. Like 5th grade, I thought disco.
That is literally gayer than wearing.
I
your
thought
mom's
disco
clothes.
was really funny. No, I thought it was funny. I mean,
You
I
also
do-
Yeah,
wore
it was
your
big.
mom's clothes. I thought that was like how kids knew they were gay because of that movie Hearts of Atlantis.
where the kid was wearing his
It's in-
mom's clothes.
So in Hearts in Atlantis,
Isn't that trans more likely?
so in Hearts in Atlantis,
Not necessarily.
Anthony Hopkins is like a man that rents a room upstairs, and like the kid who lives downstairs is getting bullied
For being gay.
for something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But Anthony Hopkins is like a psychic or something, so like he confronts the bullies and he's like, "Go ahead, Matthew, continue bullying him, and then you run home and put on your mommy's clothes." And
Oh
look at the man."
yeah.
He's
You
like,
said this before.
What? How do you know about that? And it's just like a grown man bullying a child for being gay.
Yeah. Clearly, this is the kid with more problems. The kid that's
Yeah.
getting bullied is just kind of a fucking bitch.
Well,
guess.
I didn't know we talked about it already.
No,
I didn't. I'm
I
sorry.
think you did.
I'm sure I did.
I don't know. I don't remember.
We were talking about Adam putting on his mom's
Dude,
clothes.
the best-
Yeah.
the
Exactly.
best
And it
fan
came
inter-
out.
Adam told the story about wearing his
The
mom's
best fan
clothes. And I said, that
interaction I
reminds me
had-
of that movie, Hearts of Atlantis, which is based
No,
on you.
That wasn't me.
It was based on you when you had a house guest. You were the bully and the kid. So you had sex with Anthony Hopkins. And you also.
Did you really have sex with Anthony Hopkins?
You know, he's not a good actor. It's so funny that he's like.
It's because he sounds like
he's
that.
knighted for acting.
He was good in Thor Ragnarok.
He was good in the
He's good.
Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah, he's good in that movie, but I mean, it's like he's not really doing much.
Yeah.
The character is so fucking compelling to begin with. It's like, what acting do you really need to do? He's a guy that eats people.
He went.
It's like,
Yeah,
you know how
him,
shitty
dude.
of an actor you'd have to be to make the
Chianti.
guy who eats
Yeah.
people a boring character.
Yeah.
Here's,
that boring.
here's another fact about him. He's a psychiatrist from Baltimore.
Hell yeah.
If you,
You sound like that, yeah.
if you told you that, yeah, that's who the character is, would you expect that out of, or like think that of Anthony Hopkins?
No, maybe he's one of those guys that's so smart that he talks like he's British.
talks like he's gay.
He talks like he's gay.
Frasier.
Yeah,
Like
but
Frasier,
I mean, but then when they put him in fucking Nixon, he's atrocious in it.
I haven't seen it.
He's really bad in that movie.
Hmm.
The fucking Oliver Stone movie.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah.
They gave him
He doesn't even put on makeup or anything, right? He just
He wears fake teeth and continues to speak with a British accent.
that rocks.
I tell you, they're my enemies. So I can't stand them. Yeah, it's like it's awful.
Respect.
Yeah. Overrated.
The funniest fan
Over
interaction.
fucking rated.
Never mind.
Go ahead, say it.
No, because it was related to something you were saying before, and now it's just.
Well,
and
then-
now you've waited your turn.
I didn't wait my turn. Well,
You sat there and thought about
started
mommy's
saying
clothes. Putting on mommy's clothes and slutting around the living room before everyone else gets home from church.
you know we weren't church going folk.
Yeah, your parents would pretend to go so you'd have time alone to dress up in the clothes.
Yeah.
It's time for
Let him get it out of his system.
He just wants to do it. Just let him do it once. I did it as a boy, and
I did it in the back of that pickup truck.
I used to do it as a boy, and now
don't
I've
think we
spread
ever-
HIV to the entire family.
Can you be born with HIV if your parents have it?
Yes, that's how you got it, Daddy.
You know that's what they called me.
Yeah. Anyways, what were you saying?
No, nothing.
No, say it. Come on.
It's too late.
April 22nd, as we call it, Easter
Actually, I changed
Monday
my mind.
in this.
I'm changing around. Don't say it.
April
Funny Moms.
22nd, we got Funny Moms, as it's known in the Judeo-Christian tradition. Easter Monday, which comes after, I guess, Easter Sunday. I didn't know Easter Monday was a thing. It's also Earth Day.
Oh shit.
So those.
Well, that's not the real Easter. That's when stupid ass fucking white Jesus died. Next week, Greek/Black Jesus.
Black Greek Jesus.
He dies the next week. So that's the real Easter. And I'm probably gonna go home and maybe eat some lamb and hang out with my family. And I might get a tooth that week. So
Hell yeah.
we gotta fucking. But yeah, come to that. We got some pals from DC coming up to do the show.
The next one?
Yeah, they texted me.
Who's coming?
Benji,
Oh, nice.
Denise Taylor.
Okay. Oh yeah, Denise. I didn't hit her back.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Yeah, and a couple other people.
Did you book other people?
I think I did.
Fuck. Did we book too many people?
How
Whatever.
many people did you book?
2.
I think we should be all right.
Okay, well, here's the deal, motherfuckers. That's it for the fucking show today. See you at fucking Funny Moms and Canada. A little teaser. We might be coming up
Canada
to see you
in June,
soon.
a couple cities.
Maybe. Who knows? Who knows, baby boys and girls? So maybe, hopefully, we see you. And we're also working on a UK tour and then hopefully the rest of America later this year. But anyway, come suck us, come fuck us. Goodbye. I cannot wait. I cannot wait to have sex with Ariel.
Today's sponsor for Last Podcast on the Left is the new horror thriller where silence means survival, A Quiet Place, starring Emily Blunt and John Krasinski. Lee, Evelyn, and their 2 children have survived in a post-apocalyptic world by finding ways to keep quiet and avoid summoning vicious, sound-detecting predators. But how long can this family survive in a world where any sound they make could be their last? Now, I checked out the trailer, and this does look like a pretty solid post-apocalyptic thriller, which as far as like horror movie subgenres go, I gotta say post-apocalyptic thrillers are among my favorites. So, yeah, I'm definitely going to be going seeing this movie in the theaters when it comes out. And when does it come out, you may ask? A Quiet Place will be in theaters April 6th. That's A Quiet Place, starring John Krasinski and Emily Blunt, in theaters April 6th.
There's no place to escape to. This is the Last Podcast on the Left. Rise from your grave. That's when the cannibalism started. What was that?
I gotta say, one of my favorite things about the residual high of having eaten a bunch of edibles and you wake up still stoned is that what it's nice is that, like, nothing's real and there's no consequences, and it's like a get out of jail free card for whatever you do.
Didn't you have those edibles 48 hours ago?
No, I did it again last night. I've just been trying to sleep. But
okay,
what it does is make it so, like, you sort of feel like I'm a traveling, wandering god, like a Loki, and I can tell people what to do, and I can do whatever I want, and it's like they can't see me. Or they'll laugh if they saw me doing something bad.
Well, maybe that's what happened to the character we're going to talk about today. Welcome to the Last Podcast on the Left, everyone. I am Ben Kissel with Marcus Parks. We got Henry Zabrowski over there.
Teflon Henry Zabrowski. Ain't nothing going to stick to me today because I'm not a part of your world. I'm not.
Everything sticks to you.
I'm like the Little Mermaid. I am not a part of your world.
Oh my goodness, you took a bunch of brownies last night that were full of weed. I watched the show Moonshiners, and there was a funny moment where they were wrapping this bucket in cheesecloth, and this woman said, if it was easy, everyone would do it. I thought that was funny because it's not true. You know, like no one would do it, no matter how easy it was, because it's moonshining. Different nights. All right, so today's episode, this is huge, by the way. This one, people have been asking about this dude for a long time. We're finally getting to him. Rasputin.
Just say it one more time.
Rasputin. Rasputin. Right?
Oh, we got Rasputin.
How else are you supposed to say it?
Rasputin.
Rasputin. That is how it's supposed to be said. It's supposed to be said with a Russian mystery. Rasputin. Rasputin. There's a lot of different types of names in this episode.
Well, I've been listening to a lot of Alabama lately. Song of the
good.
South.
I'm glad that. Stop saying Song of the South. Don't ever say it ever again in a podcast.
All right, Dixieland Delight. I could name both of their songs.
Well, Grigory Rasputin, a.k.a. the Mad Monk, and Grishka to his friends, was a spiritual advisor, for lack of a better term, who wormed his way into the highest echelons of power at the end of the imperial era in Russia in the early 20th century.
Ooh, cool.
Now, a lot of myths and tall tales have been told about Rasputin over the last century or so that helped to make him the booger bear that brought down the Russian Empire.
The booger bear.
Yeah.
That's
not a term.
No, it's not a term.
No.
And I can't. What? First of all, it makes me think of the most adorable baby Charmin bear that they nicknamed Booger Bear, because you can also use toilet paper for your nose.
This is not the first time I've mentioned Booger Bear on the show.
I would have remembered. I'm pretty certain I would have remembered. Same thing with him calling it a cuckoo clock. But the Rasputin being a Booger Bear is interesting because Booger Bear, you make it cute, but for me, I just imagine a big, shirtless, wet man that everybody calls Booger Bear because no one knows his fucking origin, and he's just covered in his own nose slime.
Right. Yeah, he's like the dog. He's like the dog from National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, or the father of Honey Boo Boo.
But that's not far off from Rasputin, and these were active style choices that he made.
Well, a lot of the rumors and myths about Rasputin aren't true.
No, which is really sad because again, it's a classic example of like they built up a whole mysterious world of Rasputin being this powerful wizard and doing weird dark sex magic and shit, but half the time, of course, there's going to be a middle ground in this story of what is real and what is fantastique.
Very common. I was talking to my friend Samano Bobby about Che Guevara. Evidently, he stunk.
Really?
Bad odor.
Oh.
Not brought up.
Well, we're going to talk about Rasputin's odor later on, or lack of, or the rumor of.
Yes.
Okay.
Speaking of which, the rumors and innuendo about Rasputin came from two places: his contemporary enemies in Imperial Russia and the Soviet Union, who used Rasputin as an example of the debaucherous evil that came before the formation of the USSR.
Okay.
But since the Russians have only fairly recently made their files on Rasputin public following the fall of the Soviet Union, the picture of Rasputin that has since formed shows somewhat of a different man. The story goes that Rasputin was responsible for the fall of the House of Romanov, a dynasty that had ruled Russia for 300 years by the time Rasputin came onto the scene. Through Rasputin's actions, Tsar Nicholas II and his wife Alex were led astray by this mysterious Siberian monk whose only motivations in life were supernatural evil, chaos, and sex.
Well, let's not minimize that by saying only. Aren't those quite grand motivations?
I'd like to think so. It seems to be a life goal. If that's what you want to do every day, you wake up and I want to make sure I am sowing as much supernatural evil, chaos, and sex in your life, you'll get it, but it's going to be in a lot of La Quintas, and it's going to be after polyamory festivals or Jade festivals somewhere in Arizona.
Well, I'm not saying only in like a minimizing way.
Right.
I'm saying only as in like singular, or in this case, triangular.
Laser focus.
Laser focus, yeah.
Laser focused.
Yeah, but the whole truth is actually a lot more complicated. What we're aiming to do in this series is to dispel the myths that surround one of the most mysterious figures of the 20th century while also painting this man just as he was. A man.
But he was a fucking cool ass dude. I love this story. I mean, he's done bad things. Obviously, he's done bad things.
He did really awful shit.
But it's very metal, and a lot of this fucking. When I think of this story quite a bit, it's like a man just followed with a as he's spinning through the fucking Russian force, fighting demons and shit that may be a part of his mind, but he's making them real. And he's out there wrestling them, and women are falling for him, and he's drinking as much stinky vodka as he could put into his big flappy mouth.
He does seem like someone who really takes Slipknot seriously. Just like I know you're hearing the band, like, but are you listening? Are you listening?
Are you even aware of the lore of Slipknot and how the masks are a different chapter for each section of the fantasy line?
No, Rasputin was not necessarily what you would call a cult leader. He had followers, yes, but he was more of an advisor, like a worm tongue. He did not want to strictly rule. He more wanted to be around those who ruled.
Huh, like John Hornacek.
What?
Carl Malone, John Stockton.
Yeah.
Hornacek just liked to be on the team.
Utah Jazz.
Utah Jazz in the 90s.
I'm not letting any of this fake music basketball information sully the fake shit I've already put into my mind.
Now, like a cult leader, Rasputin liked to play with people, but he didn't have that one skill that we always say is one of, if not the most important, when it comes to running a successful cult. Organization.
Or a podcast network. We could maybe use a little bit of that as well. But the truth is that cult leaders have an eye for delegating authority and structure, societal structures. And they know that what you have to do is put people to work. Rasputin, in my mind, quite a bit, because we're going to see and what we're going to show in these next couple of episodes, is that Rasputin was actually also very self-conscious of his image and knew what he was building and how to attract people to it. To me, he's more of a big stinky Madonna than anything, where he hit on a style and everybody got into it, and technically is the first practitioner of what I believe is a subgenre that only Rasputin does, which is crust goth.
I think I was accidentally a crust goth when I was 12.
Trust me, it is definitely a subgenre that exists. I knew quite a few crust goths in college.
It's very easy to be one.
That image that Rasputin was trying to make for himself, all that was about making him a great man. That's really all he wanted. It just didn't matter to him what kind of great man he was. I mean, don't get us wrong. This guy is a monster of history. His actions led to untold misery for millions on a macro scale and hundreds on the micro. And actually, he's one of those guys where you really wonder if the whole of 20th century history might have been different if you would have just plucked Rasputin out of it.
It's fucking true, dude. It's fucking a lot of shit's on his shoulders.
First ignorant question of the podcast. What years we talking about here?
We're talking like World War I years here. Like we're talking like 1900 to 1917. These are some of the most consequential years of the 20th century. It set the tone for the entire 100 years.
World War I, a war so fun we did it again.
That's a very controversial statement. Very controversial advertisement.
You know, I'm just saying I could have been a great McNamara. I could have. You know, that's how you brand Vietnam. It's like World War II. We're doing it again.
And we're also going to be stealing a little bit from Dan Carlin's concept of the capital G great man, about how what we're going to tell is the story is that what we also learned from Jim Jones and we've learned from other cult leaders is that laser-like focus and adherence to like personal, even fake, insane values can drive you really far in this world. And somehow this stinky, I keep using stinky because that's a lot of people constantly talk about with them. This hammered,
possibly a rumor.
It's true. This horny version of the World War I version of Forrest Gump managed to get crazy access to very important people, and he used it very sinisterly.
And Forrest Gump used it very positively. Who doesn't love shrimp?
Well, despite all that, Rasputin was not the supernatural beast of mysticism and magic that we've been led to believe he is. I mean, like everyone we cover, Rasputin's basically just another piece of shit. So, the two books we're using for research on this series are Rasputin, The Untold Story by Joseph T. Furman. Furman. I'm sorry.
No, it's not that. It's just I hate when books are titled The Untold Story. Is it blank?
You're telling the story.
It's the now told story. I hate the term untold.
You can't say now told.
Now telling.
The story I'm currently telling of Rasputin. Yes. You do that in really tiny type on top of it and just label it Rasputin.
Right.
Well, the other book is Rasputin, Faith, Power, and the Twilight of the Romanovs by Douglas Smith.
Cool.
Now, this kind of story is new ground for us as we've never really covered world history in previous episodes. It's definitely new ground. So right up top, we want to make sure everyone knows that we're not claiming to be historians here.
No, we are not. No, we're not.
Shocking revelation.
The kernel of CBD gel I still have stuck to my wisdom tooth is evidence of that.
I know there's some people out there who are huge buffs of Imperial Russian history. Like I knew a guy in college, he turned the entire first floor of his house into like this weird kind of museum dedicated specifically to the Romanovs.
Wow. Nowadays, if your roommate is doing that, you call the fucking FBI and say he's planning to kill a bunch of people. Because you don't devote a whole section of your... I guess maybe it does make you
museum. I think if they just have a corner of their room with specific candles and pictures of people that they don't like around, and they're constantly licking their gun, then you call the police.
I call that pulling a Cunanan.
Yes.
No, this is just a sweet guy who was intensely obsessed with the Romanov family.
Awesome. We went to that. What was it? Was that in Pittsburgh?
Yeah.
The people who turned their entire house into the museum. Very fun.
Yeah.
Strange place to live, but fun.
Yeah, it's great stuff. But my point here is that, there are people that know this shit backwards and forwards, and so, we might get a couple of things wrong here and there. And especially when it comes to like the World War I stuff, because that is insanely complicated.
I know all about World War I.
Also, especially the names. Because reading these books, reading Rasputin, the untold story that is currently being told that you are reading, I learned that I can't pronounce the names. I don't know. They all kind of blend together sometimes, and it kind of feels like when you're deep into like book 4 of Dune, and they're just rattling off like the different house names and all the different dukes and arch lords and all that shit. And you're just like, I just hope that we get back to the plot at some point and tell me where do we find out where they kept his penis, which is in the first driving thought of mine during the research Rasputin is, where's his cock? I've heard they got his cock.
Oh, all right. Yeah, names. That's basically all the Bible is, too. It's just listing of names.
Hezekiah, son of Jeremiah, son of Mitzekiah. Yes.
And then somehow they slip in homophobia.
Yeah, we're going to fuck up some names here. There's a ton of very difficult to pronounce names and places. We're going to get some wrong here and there, but please know that we're going to do our best with everything here.
Yeah.
Like we're trying our hardest.
I do love that we try to nip mean tweets in the bud.
We have to now. I'm tired of them. We just have to.
All right, let's do this.
So with that, let's get into the life of Rasputin.
Can you handle the eyes of the dark monk himself?
So Grigory Efimovich Rasputin, known as Grishka to the townsfolk, Grishka meaning friend, was born in 1869 in the desolate wasteland of Siberia in the small town of Pokrovskoye. And this being 1869, not a lot is known about his parents. His father, Ephraim, was, according to records, chunky, unkempt, and stooped.
Yeah, you mean Siberian. He's Siberian. I tell you, technically, they measure how much land you should receive from the government by how many degrees your stoop goes from the center of your back.
Huh. Yeah. I mean, his mother is hardly mentioned at all, but both of them seem to be like fairly normal Siberian peasants. Just regular salt of the earth.
Emphasis on salt.
I would assume.
And the only negative thing about his father that was said, if you could even consider this a strong negative or even slightly remarkable for a Russian peasant, was that he had a taste for, quote, strong vodka.
That's totally normal.
Yes, I think so. It's very cold in Siberia. I feel like a lot of people are like strong vodka, and it'd be weird, actually, if you liked weak vodka.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, the blanket... It's a liquid blanket.
Yeah.
Yes. No, I do not go to bed and look at a bottle of vodka and be like, thank you for being my blanket tonight for another night.
That definitely is not the first time you've referred to booze as a liquid blanket.
It's a liquid blanket. That's a classic. No, people always, the whiskey, that's the sweater inside. You know, that's been said before.
You just treat yourself like a big drunk canary and just pull a blanket like over your face, and then now it's time for sleep. Even in the middle of the day, you can go to sleep as long as it's dark.
Now, one of the first myths we'll tackle has to do with something as simple as Rasputin's name. Now, some have said, historians included, that Rasputin's family was so poor that they had no last name.
Wow.
Now, the name Rasputin, they said, was given to him as an adult, as calling him Grigory Rasputin was akin to calling him Grigory the Drunk. Oh. Rasputin being derived from the word Rasputnichat, which means debaucherous.
So far, so good on these names.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess it's 100 for 100. Also, a part of it's like, his name's Greg.
Yeah, his name's Greg.
Greg. Just imagine it's just essentially the American version name is Greg Drunk. That's what he was. If he came here, which I guess it doesn't help you come to this country.
Sounds like someone who might start Breitbart.
But in reality, the name Rasputin is nothing more than a geographical designation used to describe the Rasputin family's hometown. In Russian, at least back then, a word for crossroads was Rasputin, making the name no more extraordinary than Rhodes or Estrada.
Huh. His name was Greg Drunk Rhodes?
Well, essentially, what it meant, oh man, yeah, it's essentially a Greg Drunk Driving. That's his name.
That brings it to another level.
Now, another possibly more appropriate origin of the name Rasputin is the word Rasputitsa, which is a word that describes the muddy Siberian spring season that actually makes it impossible to travel by road.
Which then you can see the entomological, is that the term?
I think so.
Entomological?
No, I think entomological means, I think that's bugs. I think you mean etymological.
Endominominals. The word science, if you think about it, is that a muddy road and traveling through it is akin to being drunk. So you can see how the name slowly turned into drunk over time.
Okay.
Well, no, it never was drunk.
Shut up. Shut the fuck up. I just learned something. I just let something absorb.
And the myths about what happened before little Grigori was even born don't stop there. One of the myths created by Rasputin's contemporary enemies concerned the sexual habits of his parents. The paper Morning of Russia published a story that said that Rasputin's father Yefim was such a sexual deviant that he dared to have sex with his wife Anna while she was pregnant with Rasputin.
Yes.
On one occasion, when Anna refused to have sex, it said, while she was pregnant, Yefim supposedly screamed in reference to the baby inside her, quote,
"Push it out! Hurry up and push it out!"
This, they say, resulted in the childhood nickname Pushed Out Grishka.
Oh, God. Pushed Out Grishka.
I'm starting to think these Russians are just having fun with us.
I tell you what, a lot of these peppers I've been eating recently have been fucking up with my Pushed Out Grishka, which is really fucking with me today.
Good Lord.
It was also said in the same article that when Anna grew too large for vaginal sex, a handyman witnessed them engaging in a bit of anal, although I don't really see how that's easier.
What is this? Why are these stories? Why does this exist as a storyline?
Because at the time, people were really, people hated Rasputin, and so they were trying to smear him as scandalously as possible. And I guess anal is bad, but at the same time, I kind of think it's refreshing that his parents were still sexually active.
Yeah, this is the best parent that we've ever covered. You're the best duo here that we've covered so far.
Well, I don't know if the whole anal thing is true.
How would they know?
They do anal. I know that they do.
No, but how would what was it? Who found them?
The handyman.
First of all, we need to investigate this handyman.
Yes, hello, I am the handyman. I can tell difference between vagina hole and butthole. The butthole, it makes the woman go, wow, 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 which is what, unfortunately, Mrs. Rasputin was a say.
But yeah, the thing was that they didn't need to exaggerate Rasputin's sexual habits. He was a hardcore sex addict who did a litany of awful things that we're going to cover. But really, why did they bring his mother's butthole into this whole thing? There was no reason for that.
I've said that. Leave it alone.
I will tell you, I did miss the sentence originally when I was going over the outline that it said that they had engaged anal sex, and all I saw was the sentence of mom's butthole. Why did they bring his mom's butthole into the whole thing? So then I Googled Rasputin mom's butthole, and I gotta say, there is some controversial stuff.
I'm sure there is.
So the land in which Rasputin was born, Siberia, could be described as a collection of middle-of-nowheres. It makes up 77% of Russia's land, but only a quarter of its population. And the population was even less in Rasputin's time. Now, it does have quite the frozen tundra wasteland reputation, and that is deserved up north. But the majority of people lived in southern Siberia, which actually has better weather than Alaska.
Don't get jealous, Alaska. This is not your fault.
But that's not to say that it's not barren. It is, but at the very least, it was able to support agriculture, which was the Rasputin family trade. And the Rasputins had lived there forever, hundreds of years. And this actually tells you a lot about the Rasputins. It wasn't really until the 19th century that Russians started seriously immigrating to Siberia, and even then, those that did come were of what you'd call a desperate sort.
Yeah, how sad are you when you have to immigrate to Siberia? That's the place you want to be leaving.
They view it as a place of freedom because they have a reputation of being independent. When you go to Siberia, it's kind of like the Wild Wild West, part of America, where you go out there and it was about
I'm
people.
thinking about a huge robotic spider.
I'm sorry.
Damn it.
I'm sorry. But you go out there essentially for Lebensraum, living space. You know that term, Kissel, because your grandfather had spray painted all over the base.
Thank you.
But it's
the
a part of
world
what they
actually
wanted.
started labor unions, but we don't.
That's true. But that's kind of a little bit of the drive to go to Siberia. But it's still, I think it probably sucked.
Yeah, there's a drive to go there, but it's also where Russia made people go. It's where it dumped its undesirables, even before like the days of the Soviet gulags and the terrifying modern Siberian prisons that we see like on Lock Up Raw today.
Okay.
And this is where they sent the weirdos and the religious leaders and the political exiles. This is the place that you sent people when you just wanted them out of the way. But just like a lot of other isolated wildernesses in the world where life is short, brutal, and miserable, the people of Siberia were deeply religious. But those people also had a kind of like odd relationship with the church. And the major religion was Eastern Christian Orthodox, which is pretty much Catholic, not Catholic.
Catholic, not Catholic.
They're like Catholic number. They're like second Catholic. They're
Like
right behind
Lutherans.
the Catholics.
We always how we described as the Lutherans was Catholics without discipline.
Like the Eastern Orthodox, they're like in between Lutherans and Catholics.
Okay.
Yeah, they still have all like the pomp and the rituals that the Catholics have. They just don't follow the Pope.
Well, it seems like the Russian government, I tried to dip a toe into the religious history of Russia, and I will say, it is complicated. I try to understand it. Just the Greek Orthodox versus